It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday. Thanks for waking up with Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. I'm meteorologist Abby Dyer. We are talking about another nice one, another nice start for sure, with temperatures in the mid 60s this morning as we're waking up. A little bit warmer this afternoon. I have a high temperature heading for the middle 80s, but overall, it's going to be a pretty nice day in the Ozarks with about a 20% chance for some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. We'll dive right in this morning by talking about the potential for more patchy fog. Much like yesterday morning, this is not going to be this thick blanket that's out there for everybody, but the fog, patchy in nature, visibility could be below a half mile at times, so slow it down on the morning drive if you run into some of that. And remember that low beams help with the foggy conditions. Today, we are talking about a small opportunity for some showers and non-severe thunderstorms. I think they'll be very isolated in nature later today. And the best chance is going to be from about 2 p.m. to about 6 p.m. And then I think the radar really settles down. We are still seeing this active pattern in the upper levels of the atmosphere that's allowing for this cooler than average pattern to still have a hold on the Ozarks, which is nice for us. High temps today, though, maybe a degree or two warmer than they were yesterday, with highs making their way to about 85 degrees. Another headline in our forecast, of course, is the opportunity for additional rain. I'm not overly concerned with flooding, even though the ground is super saturated, because there's going to be plenty of dry time to enjoy today. This is not going to be one of those rains where it just starts and rains all day. In fact, I have nearly a daily rain chance in this forecast all work week long, but there will also be these extended periods of dry time where you can enjoy the dry conditions and the cooler temperatures until the heat starts to build back in and return, and that will likely happen late in the work week. We could see 90s back in the forecast, and it'll feel like summertime again by the weekend. Temperatures are going to be warming in response to a big ridge of high pressure that will settle in and take hold of the Ozarks. So the forecast today looks pretty nice. I have 85 degrees for the high temperature in Springfield. There is about a 20% chance for some rain showers later today. Overnight tonight, we're going to fall back into the middle 60s once again. I do have a mainly dry day in the forecast for us tomorrow with highs near 90, upper 80s if we don't quite get to that 90-degree point on Wednesday. I think most of us are probably there by the time we get to Thursday. The chance for some isolated rain goes up, though, a bit by Thursday and Friday. I'm talking about a 30% chance for some scattered activity, not washout days, but some days where we'll be dodging some rain and thunderstorm activity on the radar through the course of the afternoon. What's making headlines in the country today? It's this major extreme heat wave happening from the Great Basin all the way into portions of the northern high plains. Also, portions of Central Valley in California are getting in on the extreme heat. We are talking dangerous heat with heat headlines in place for the western portion of the country. The Great Lakes to New England, they get another round of rain and storms today as a frontal boundary has developed. And of course, the southeast will see some rain and storms today with that front that's been sitting there for a couple of days, going stationary, and it's going to hang out and provide another opportunity for rain for our friends to the south and east. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question. I know everybody's dying to know the answer to this one. Quite a strange question that I had yesterday. Which of the following is a real name for a lake in South Carolina? Do you think it is A, Divorce Lake, B, Alcohol and Drug Abuse Lake, C, Body Dump Lake, or D, Cheating Wife Lake? None of those are great names for a lake, I wouldn't think. Can't be too popular. But the correct answer, if you listened yesterday, we had Joseph on and he actually eliminated the correct answer first. B, it's Alcohol and Drug Abuse Lake. Yes, very specific. A real name of a lake on the published list from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. It was actually a reservoir that is in Richland County, South Carolina. It is renamed now. In 2022, they said, all right, this is a little ridiculous. We are going to rename it. But before 2022, its owner was actually the South Carolina Department of Mental Health. It used the name The Pond at Morris Village, or Morris Village Pond all the time. That's because there was actually a treatment center, a drug and alcohol addiction treatment center nearby. So this was a lake that was near that facility for people that were there for substance dependence issues. So that's how the name originated. They have renamed it now just to be called Village Lake, which is a lot more pleasant. But that's how it got the very specific alcohol and drug abuse lake. It was official in the state of South Carolina. It is now renamed to Village Lake. But if you guessed B, you are correct. We do not have any of these lakes that I know of in the Ozarks. Let's keep it that way. All right, here's the question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. Twisters making headlines. I have not been to see it yet, unbelievably. But here's a quote related to the original Twister movie. This is today's Brain Twister trivia question. What quote from Star Wars was used in the original Twister? Do you think it is A, I have a bad feeling about this, B, stay on target, C, that's no moon, it's a space station, or D, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you are my only hope? Which one of those quotes used in the original Twister movie is actually a quote from Star Wars? Do you know? Have you seen the new one? I cannot wait to, because the original is so good. But you can take your guess. So it's over at aroundtheozarks.com. You can enter your guess there, and all correct guesses are entered into a pool to win $20 to Scooter's Coffee. So why not start your day off with nice cup of Scooters? Thanks so much to Scooters and to Rescue Towing for sponsoring Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. I'm meteorologist Abby Dyer. I'll catch you all back here early tomorrow.